do love how ethereal everything feels in her music. It's really nice. How do, ladies and gentlemen, and others, it's me, Roostin Shaw Maniac. Well, happy spooky day. Florence and the Machine have released an album to celebrate spooky days called Everybody Scream. Released today on the spookiest day of them all. We've covered Florence and the Machine on the channel before. Also on the channel before, I've been able to speak. We did Ceremonials at the request of one of my old Ko-fi users, and I really enjoyed this album. I gave it an 81. There's also been Florence featuring on other people's stuff that I've also covered, and I think we're at the point where pretty much everything I've heard from this woman / this band I've enjoyed. So hopefully that continues today. If you want to get videos early, not this one because it's coming out on the release day, but other videos early, as well as exclusive videos, which I'm going to record a couple of in a minute. Well, not in a minute, in about an hour and a half. After this, you can get videos that are blocked worldwide, which, again, this release date may well include this video. All that kind of stuff. You can request videos, you can get merch like this. You can get access to Discord. Other things. Go to roastingcharmaine.com. Just check that we are recording. We are. Awesome. The ever-present paranoia. Anything else to say before we dive in? People often ask in comments, so I will just say this is the website albumoftheyear.org. I'm going to rate all of the tracks individually out of 100, and then at the end we'll rate and review the album as a whole. I have Genius open with the lyrics, overlaid on a picture of the album cover rather than just a blank screen that I'm looking at. Let's play the title track. Let's go. Haunting opening. That organ in the back is in need of cleaning. Nah, it's intentional. I'm not. Ooh. Now it's Kasabian.
Get on stage and I call her by her first name. Try to stay away, but I always meet her back at this place. She gives me everything, I feel no pain. I break down, get up and do it all again, because it's never enough. And she makes me feel loved. I can come here and scream as loud as I want. Everybody dance! Everybody sing! Everybody move! Everybody scream! Here I don't have to be quiet. Here I don't have to be kind, extraordinary and normal all at the same time. But look at me run myself ragged, blood on the stage. But how can I leave you when you're screaming my name? Screaming my name.
I know I've already listened to this song before. Did I do it in a video? Did I listen to this when it was a single in the last Florence and the Machine? I've made a lot of videos, guys.
A bouquet of brambles, all twisted and tangled. I'll make you sing for me, I'll make you scream. Everybody dance! Everybody sing! Everybody move! And look at me burst through the ceiling. Aren't you so glad you came? Breathless and begging and screaming my name. Screaming my
Agreed. So right up until the end there, this is all just a song about performing. And really do put down your screen, just watch it with your eyes. You don't need to take video of it. This kind of throws a wrench a little bit. Let's come back to that. So, yeah, verse 1, very much about... It's kind of similar in a way to the Sleep Token song Caramel a little bit, where it's talking about getting on the stage, but in this kind of daunting manner. And then, here I don't have to be quiet, here I don't have to be kind. Extraordinary and normal at the same time. So it's a place to feel vulnerable, but also to grow and feel yourself. But at the same time, she runs herself ragged, blood on the stage. How can I leave you when you're screaming my name? It's like... It kind of makes it sound selfless, but I don't think that is the intention. I think the intention is, I want the attention, so I will run myself ragged and bleed on the stage. And yeah, this idea of being able to grow into, take up the whole of the sky, unfurling, becoming my full size, like growing into who you're supposed to be via performing. But then, the witchcraft, the medicine, the spells and the injections, the harvest, the needle to protect me from evil, the magic and the misery, madness and the mystery. Oh, what has it done to me? Everybody scream. Maybe this growth is a bad thing? Or maybe, just maybe, we're setting up the theme for the rest of the album. Maybe? I don't know. If it is a Halloween-y album, then that kind of sets it up. This song's fantastic. Is it a 9 out of 10? I don't think quite. I'm going to go like 87, I think. But that's great. I love that. That's a really good song. Really good opener for an album. Really intriguing. Good opening single as well, which I also think it was. Was it? Let's have a look. I think it was. Not live albums. No, that looks like a different thing. So yes, it was. Did I listen to it and put a thing on it? No. I definitely listened to it, though. Maybe I just listened to it on my own time. I do a lot of stuff. Anyway, that was great. Speaking of, one of the greats is next. 6.5 minutes. It's a long run time for a pop song, but then this isn't really quite just pop, is it? It's kind of... Well, it's everything. Let's go. Okay, that's interesting.
I crawled up from under the earth, broken nails and coughing dirt, spitting out my song so you could sing along. Oh, and with each bedraggled breath, I knew I came back from the dead to show you how it's done. Show you what it takes to conquer and to crucify, to become one of the great, one of the greats. I kept a scream inside my chest, killed everyone I'd ever kissed, hung them on the wall like trophies, each name is stained upon my lips. I told the truth but could never see it through. You see yourself hung on the wall, but that song is not about you. I wrote down all my fumbling visions, transmitted via television. Got everything I thought I wanted and cried, hung over in a hotel closet. Did I get it right? Do I win the prize? Do you regret bringing me back to life? Arms out.
Metal Pain vibes? Anyone else?
Streetlights bursting overhead. Arms outstretched back from the dead. Streetlights bursting overhead. I did my best, tried to impress my childhood dream made flesh. In my dresses, in my flowering sadness, so like a woman to profit from her madness. I was only beautiful under the lights, only powerful there. Burned out at 36. Why did you dig me up for this? Arms outstretched back from the dead. Streetlights bursting overhead. Arms outstretched back from the dead. Streetlights bursting overhead. You'll bury me again. You'll say it's all pretend, that I could never be great, being held up against such male taste. Who really gets to be one of the greats, one of the greats? But I've really done it this time. This one is all mine. I'll be up there with the men and the 10 other women and the 100 greatest records of all time. It must be nice to be a man and make boring music just because you can. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan. You're my second favorite frontman, and you could have me if you weren't so afraid of me. It's funny how men don't find power very sexy. So this one's for the ladies. Do I drive you crazy? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Do I win the prize? Do you regret bringing me back to life? Did I get it right? Do I win the prize? Do you regret bringing me back to life? Arms outstretched back from the dead. Streetlights bursting overhead. Arms outstretched back from the dead. Streetlights bursting, too feminine to function. A pile of bodies and a trail of destruction. I will let the light in, I will let the love in. I will be happy, it will be perfect. I will let the light in, I will let the love in. I will be happy, it will be perfect. I will let the light in. Streetlights bursting overhead.
A very interesting song. All over the place. There's a lot to talk about. Right. Lot to go through here. I crawled up from the under the earth, broken nails and coughing dirt, spit out my son so you could sing along. With each big draggled breath, I knew I came back from the dead. To show you how it's done, to show you what it takes to conquer and crucify, to become one of the greats. So, similar to the last song, following on from it a little bit, but now reflecting on a near-death experience she had, talking about kind of putting herself into like a mythos, giving herself a very aggrandized position of this all-time great coming back from the dead to show, not sure how it's done. Everybody, I guess. Kept in screaming inside my chest, killed everyone I ever kissed, hung them on the wall like trophies, each name a stain upon my lips. I told the truth but could never see it through. You see yourself hung on the wall, but that song is not about you. So I guess going through ex-lovers here, minimizing them, just a notch in a bedpost, line in a song. Got everything I wanted and cried hungover in a hotel closet. So again, treating other people like this has left her alone. Do I win the prize? Is the prize crying alone in a hotel closet? Maybe. I did my best try to impress my childhood dream made flesh, and my dresses and my flowering sadness, so like a woman to profit from her madness. Burned out at 36, why do you dig me up for this? So, regrets at coming back or continuing. All my dresses and my flowering sadness. So, Florence, I believe, is known for that sort of, well, no better word for it, flowery dress sense. Very kind of modern hippie sort of vibe. But that was all hiding sadness that she weaponized for profit, mocking herself there. And then you'll bet me against, you'll say it's all pretend, that I could never be great being held up against such male tastes. I guess going after the idea that still the music industry is very male heavy. A lot of critics are male, a lot of producers and what's the word? Executives are male. I'll be up with the men and the 10 other women in the 100 greatest records of all time. I think I laughed at that line. That's quite good. Must be nice to be a man and make boring music just because you can. That line, I think I disagree. I think this is music is one of the only industries where that isn't a valid criticism. I think there are just as many, if not more, female artists who coast by making mediocre music. Although I don't listen to much modern rap, so maybe that does tip the scale back in the male end. But certainly in pop, naming no names, but there's quite a few who just coast by on looks. But then the flip side of that is then when they do make genuinely good music that gets successful, people are just like, it shouldn't be successful because she's fit or whatever. So but yeah, every other industry on earth, I feel like that is valid criticism. If you're female and you rise to a higher level executive position, people will assume that you've slept your way there, and no one ever assumes that when you're male. I have various stories from an old job of mine with that, and sadly, most of these decrying opinions come from women. I worked in IT for a very long time, a company that did IT for schools, and most of my colleagues, I was the second line tech, and most of my colleagues were female. And the amount of people that will ring up with an IT problem and either insinuate or outright say that they want to speak to a man was just kind of sad, really. I would clown those people and shame them, which my bosses weren't a fan of, but I didn't care. The way I'd do that, I might as well say it. The way I would do that is I would just take the phone and then keep asking the previous female they were just talking to, like relaying all the questions back to them, just make it a three-way conversation until they got bored and asked to be passed back to the first person. Anyway, right. You're my second favorite from. Does it just kind of going after? She probably feels that she's less successful than she would have been had she had a penis. And that may be true, it may not be. Again, music industry, I don't think is that. In terms of talent, I don't think it is that advantageous. I could be wrong, I don't know. Again, this is probably right. But I think that's historically. Even other performance industries like film is very much male dominated. Like, it is stupid to have segregated awards for males and females in acting but not in anything else. But then the trouble is that if you didn't have Best Actress award, it was just that Best Actor regardless of gender, it'd become like Best Director where it's just all dudes all the time. So anyway, it's very bitter and it's very, I don't know, a song about coming back from the dead to take over should feel triumphant, but it doesn't. It feels regretful and, yeah, just kind of sad a little bit. Too feminine to function. I'm not sure what that means. What's someone written? Oh, Florence has said something. I think the nuances of femininity people get really wrong. It contains so much fury and rage, and again, it was like as if something is outwardly feminine, will it not be taken seriously? I think people miss so many of the nuances of what that means, of femininity. I have no idea what she means. I don't like the idea of people talking about masculine and feminine, and they're talking about personality traits. That's a complete load of shit. Male and female are to do with which internal organs you have. It's vital in a medical context because if you go to the hospital with abdominal pain, they need to know which organs you have. But outside of a medical context, it means fucking nothing. Like saying that being into sport, oh, that's a masculine thing. All that can do is ostracize people. All that can do is ostracize people who either are male and don't like sport or are female and do. Like, it's fucking stupid. There are no personality traits that are assigned to whether or not you have a prostate gland. And to say that there is, I don't know, it's stupid. If you think that's a stupid opinion. Think more about it. Anyway, before that comes a rant. This song was good, but not as good as the last one. 82. Next is what is it? Witch Dance. Could have just scrolled down. Could have just pressed play. Whatever.
Over my legs, lie down with death. We kiss, we sigh, we sweat. His blackberry mouth stains my nightgown. I put him close, wrap my legs around, and it tastes like life. I twist, I bite, the foxes shatter in the night. Show me the way. This feeling leads the ache, the kick, the need. Show me the way. This feeling leads the ache, the kick, the need. Shimmering landscape
talk singing. Not my favourite thing.
Run through rain, run through fog, taking constellation, cats and dogs and things that cannot speak. Ran to the ancestral plane, but they all showed up drunk and insane. When I asked what I could offer them, they said gin and tonic or lithium. They asked which way should I go, and through cigarette smoke they said, child, how would we know? Show me the way. This feeling is the ache, the kick, the need. Show me the way. This feeling is the ache, the kick, the need. Fly beyond reason. Ruinous thing. A stranger came to my door, and I welcomed him in. My feet are bleeding. I cannot stop. I have many, many miles. The air to cry. I came to a clearing full of wailing and keening, a well of tears that never runs dry. The women
Nice
say
change, though.
we've been waiting, waiting to meet you. It's only a matter of time. Thrust my fists in the ground, and the earth made a moaning sound. I could feel something shudder deeper, deeper down. And I met every monster from the bar to Broadway, and all their violent offers, I just turned them away. And your threats and your promises, they don't scare me. After all, there's nobody more monstrous than me.
Okay. More self-discovery. So, that ending was a bit of a bit of a tell. I sonically didn't enjoy this one as much. It's leaning more into the Halloweeny vibes, which is cool. Let's have a see. Describing sexual intercourse with death as a metaphor. A bit more. The closest I came to death was trying to make life, and you don't get that without desire. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, so first verse very much about what that just said. But then we have this kind of feeling lost idea. Very much reminded me of a song, Get Out Alive by 3 Days Grace, with this kind of storytelling. Not a fan of the speak singing, but it's fine. It's fine for one verse, especially a verse that is about a conversation towards the end. Asking these spectral figures where to go. And then eventually growing and into this monster that she seems to want to be in the song so far. But yeah, this one I'm not hitting like on. It just sonically it didn't really do it for me as much. I'm going to go with like a 74, I think is fair for that. I hope Sympathy Magic gets back to more the sound of everybody scream, because that song sounds awesome.
Memory fails me, names and faces blur. There is only after or before. Am I so different? Have I changed? I do not recognize my face. The scar fades, but pulls inside, tugging at me all the time, chewing on a feeling and spitting it out. Crouched in a ball gown, anxious and ashamed, vague humiliations of fame.
Okay.
I do not find worthiness and virtue. I no longer try to be good. It didn't keep me safe like you told me that it would. So come on, tear me wide open. A terrible gift. Let the chorus console me. Sympathy magic. And light coming in the window just so. And the wind through my fingers. The only God that I know. And it does not want me on my knees to believe. Head high, arms wide, aching, aching, aching. And alive, and alive. So I don't have to be worthy. I no longer try to be good.
Very similar thematically to the first song,
Like you told me that it would.
Growth.
Come on, tear me wide open till I'm losing my mind, till I cannot contain it. La, 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 la. So come on, I can take it. Give me everything you got. What else? What else? What else? What else? So come on, I can take it. Give me everything you got. What else? What else? What else? What else? Sympathy magic. Sympathy magic. So come on, I can take it. Sympathy magic. Sympathy magic. So come on, I can take it. Sympathy magic. Sympathy magic. So come
I'm a little worried, and I'll tell you for why. So, this song, very much about personal growth through music. I don't have to be worthy. I no longer try to be good. It didn't keep me safe like you told me it would. And finding your own way, figuring out your own everything. We kind of already had that. Like everybody screams about that. One of the Greats is kind of about that too. Speaking of what One of the Greats is about, 78. Speaking of what One of the Greats is about, I've just noticed there's a song, Music by Men, which is probably just going to be about the same thing as that verse was in here again. I'm a little bit worried that we're already repetitive. 4 songs in out of 12. 78's a bit high, actually. 76. There were a few sonic choices in that one as well that I didn't really enjoy as much. damn, when the opener was that good, I was like, oh, we could be on for another. Like yesterday, spoilers for the video I recorded yesterday. That I broke my record on Album of the Year for highest album rating. And I thought when I gave the opener an 87, I was like, oh, we might be on for another high one, but slipped off a little. Yeah. I am now dreading this song. I hate when people put things on gender that don't belong on gender. I know it's not just her doing it, and she's probably commenting on the fact, but it's like all that kind of rhetoric just serves to further the divide, and it's such an arbitrary line to be divided on. It's going to be a new transsexual t-shirt soon. I just need to finish it. Argo's done the artwork. I just need to put it on products, and then we'll launch that again. Transsexual UK charity working for trans rights, and we've supported them with a t-shirt before on the old website, and soon there'll be a new one with a new design on the new site. I just need to finish it. Yeah. Keep an eye out for that. Perfume and milk. Okay.
Perfume and milk, the body in bloom, the falling leaves, the fallen fruit, the rot and the ruin, the earth and the worms. The seasons change, the world turns, the trees turn grey and the land turns brown. In a house in the woods on the edge of town, bury it deep, swallow it down, taking the herbs, a laurel crown, doing the work and sleeping alone, downloading revelations, divine love on my phone, trying to read but getting distracted, trying to live but feeling so damaged, and all shall be well, all shall be well. Miracles are often inconvenient, and a prayer is a spell. I packed my bags and I got in the car, a pilgrimage to wherever you are. April comes with its blossoms, beaten by rain. Oh, the hope and the horror singing daffodils again. The land it thaws and the leaves turn green, and the blue stars of snow glories with the winter jasmine. Clothes of silk and satin, lace and leather, the one pink ribbon that holds me together, and all shall be well, all shall be well. Miracles are often inconvenient, and prayer is a spell. When I am changing, becoming something else, a creature of longing, tending only to myself, licking my wounds, burrowing down in a house in the woods on the edge of town. Well, healing is slow, it comes and it goes, a glimpse of the sun in a flurry of snow, the first green shoots in a sudden frost. Oh, something's gained when something's lost, the rot and the ruin, the earth and the worms. The seasons change, the world turns, the world turns.
Like. really like this idea. This idea of likening your recovery from, I'm not sure what, life-saving surgery. Was it to do with a pregnancy? Kind of hinted at that on another song, but either way, likening your recovery to the changing of the seasons, in the earth. I think it's a really cool idea. So much beautiful imagery. Really nice, simple musically. I think I'm gonna go 81 is what I'm feeling for that. I really like this song. 83. Yeah, just really enjoyable little exploration of what it is to heal. Especially like this third verse. Look at my wounds burning down in a house in the woods on the edge of town. While healing is slow, it comes and goes, a glimpse of the sun, then a flurry of snow. Like you're just kind of trying to remain patient as things get better. It's really good. Really good. All right, break time for me. Yesterday's video I did a thing that ended up going all right. So shall I try the same thing again? Go on then. And there we go. I'm back. I didn't have a regular break. That was quite a lot longer than normal because while it was fresh on my mind, I thought, pull your finger out. Let's finish the transsexual t-shirts. And so I have, and so there they now are. I've lost my little preview window. There we go. There they are, and now you can get them and support trans people in the UK and everywhere because they're an advocacy-based charity. Yeah, I would very much appreciate it. All of the money made from those t-shirts will go to transsexual. Love the design in it by Argo. Argo designed all of the stuff on this channel. If you want to check them out, they do commissions. You can go to ko-fi.com/Argo Art. I think there's a link in the description of every video of mine, I think. So check that out too. All right, buckle.
Wanna call you on the telephone. I made 1,000 people love me. Now I'm all alone, and my resolve is sinking like a stone. What would I even say? I guess it's something that just never goes away. A crowd of thousands came to see me, and you couldn't reply for 3 days. 'Cause I'm stupid and I'm damaged and you're a disaster. When you walk into the room, oh, none of it matters. Oh baby, I just buckle my resolution in tatters. 'Cause I know it won't work, but make it ache, make it hurt. Keep me a secret, choose someone else. I'm still hanging off the buckle on your belt.
Using both meanings. Nice.
Buckle on your belt.
Even if the second time was a little clumsy.
Buckle on your belt. Then you close the door and leave me screaming on the floor. Oh baby, I just buckle. I can't take it anymore and let you walk all over me, honey. You make me think my therapy is a waste of money. Drinking it down, haunting your city, falling for anyone awful who tells me I'm pretty. I blocked your number, but you didn't notice. Oh God, I thought I was too. Oh, for this I should be over it. I'm much too old.
Never told to be smitten. Happens to the best of us.
somewhere else, I'll still be here, hanging off, I'm hanging off. Buckle on your belt. Buckle on your belt. Buckle on your belt. Buckle on your belt.
Very Cranberries Linger, very forlorn love, knowing you should let this person go, knowing that you can't, and so asking them to let you go. Heartbreaking thing that you're never too old for. Can happen, I imagine, deep into old age even. And yeah, beautifully put together, beautifully said, beautifully sang. They captured that kind of hopeless hope kind of feeling. You saw me hit like. This is just a straight 8 out of 10 for me. Really nice. And I know I've just come back from a break, but I didn't actually go anywhere. I stayed sat here working the entire time, saying, I'm actually going to go for a break. I'll be back in a pop. There we go. Right. Cracking.
Sometimes my body seems so alien to me. I quiet it down by watching TV, but grow restless and grow hungry as the water rises up around me. You come on screen, so good looking it's obscene. I put my fist into my mouth and scream. Some things it seems are catching up with me. And as it
Like the
rises
rhyme
to my
scheme a lot.
chin, I should really stop watching. And as I reach for the remote, it is rushing down my throat. I let it in. I start to swim. I grow many arms and legs, and then I start to sing. And all of my peers that had such potential to swamp, it took them down. My love, I have to tell you, I kissed them all and let them drown.
I do love how ethereal everything feels in her music. It's really nice.
Creature from the deep, do I haunt you in your sleep? My tentacles so tender as I caress your cheek. Did you know how big I would become and how much I would eat?
More
So
about growth.
And ravenous as I drag you off your feet. There's nothing you can do. Some things it seems are catching up with you.
So she's the Kraken.
Said I would be nothing, but look, I'm really something. Many arms around the mast as your ship starts cracking. Were you singing through the pain? Have you changed? So have I. As I fix you in the gaze of my one unblinking eye, or do I terrify? And all of my peers, they had such potential to swamp, it took them down. And my love, I have to tell you, I kissed them all and let them drown. You didn't see me, just another drunken groupie. So when your hand reached out, I just pushed you further down. Do you see me?
Go on then, who's this about? Doesn't say. Okay. Someone who snubbed her by the sounds of it. Returning themes again, themes of growth, but also themes of her being a monster, which is clear how she sees herself at this moment, which ain't great, but it's where she's gone to. I enjoy the chorus. Like I said, I enjoy the ethereal feeling. But again, we're returning to the well a little bit, subject matter wise, and yeah, like it sounds like it might be celebrity drama as well, which also isn't. It's one of my least favorite subject matters for a song. Yeah, it's fine. It's not as good as some of the others. 74. The Old Religion.
And the old religion humming in your veins, some animal instinct starting up again. And I am wound so tightly I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're hungry for some kind of release. So tired of being careful, so tired of being still. Give me something I can crush, something I can kill. A lightning strike, a fallen tree, and I'm afraid, oh, don't let it find me. But you had a run, yourself you see, and I'm powerless, oh, don't
Powerless now.
remind me. And it's the old religion, but the urge remains the same. Freedom from the body, freedom from the pain. And it's your troubled hero, back for season 6. When it's at its darkest, it's my favorite bit. And I am wound so tightly, I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're hungry for some kind of relief. Watch me crawl on hands and knees and scratch at the door of heaven. A lightning strike, a fallen tree, and I'm afraid, oh, don't let it find me. But you cannot run, yourself you see, and I'm powerless, I know, don't remind me. And it's the old religion humming in your veins, some animal instinct starting up again. And I am wound so tightly,
Sorry.
I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're hungry for some kind of release. A lightning strike, a fallen tree, and I'm afraid, oh, don't let it find me. But you cannot run, yourself you see, and I'm powerless, so don't remind me.
A big flip from previous songs where she's talking about herself as powerless. Where so far in the album she's been displaying herself as, this unstoppable monster. But now she's powerless to the old religion. I don't think that's a literal religion. Has anything been written here now? I don't think that's a literal religion. I think it's just maybe something from her past, someone from her past who she can't treat like a ship and she's the Kraken. It's someone who has a certain power over her. I'm not afraid, oh, don't let it find me. It's like it's an immediate admission that the previous thing said was a lie. Interesting. I wonder if this is going to continue. Looking at song titles, maybe not, but definitely interesting to show in this very empowered album to show a vulnerability. It's interesting. Good song. 78. Drink Deep is next.
Through bramble and briar, under ash and oak, I went to find the hidden foe. They gave me gowns and riches, cut gold thread with their teeth. Every night I went to see them, no, I did not sleep. And every cup they brought to me, oh, you know I did. Drink deep.
Maybe this is an origin then. Maybe in the old religion she was powerless, and so then she found the old hidden folk and they made her powerful.
My eyes began to hollow, my skin began to fade. What I thought was a night was 1,000 years. What I thought was a sip was 1,000 tears. But still they said drink deep, drink deep.
So ominous.
But the thread that they spun was a woman's hair, and a gown stitched from her tenderest flesh, and the cup that they brought up to my lips. I realized I drank of myself. Yes, it came from me. It was made from me. Still I drank deep. Still I drank
So I wonder if this is a story of feeding on her own imperfections to make her more powerful, or if this is thinking she was getting more powerful when really she was making herself weaker. Like the more you try to become something, the more you try and heal, the more you try and grow, the more you stretch yourself, the thinner your will becomes, maybe. I like the idea of personifying this into, some hidden folk from her dreams, presumably. I'd love to hear Florence say something about this one. See which direction it's meant to go in. If it is meant to be a trick and she was fooled and she's been weakened, or if it was a trick but she's being strengthened. It's interesting. And it just sounded cool. Of all the Halloweeny songs, that's probably the best one. 80. It's very creepy. By design. Yeah, we haven't, to be fair, we haven't hit the 87 heights again since the opener, but we haven't dropped that far. What's the worst? 74? 274s? Still a very solid album. Music by men. Been through a desert on a horse with no name. Kind of feels like that.
In every book in the house, notes from you fall out. All the love that came my way, I found a way to push away. I don't wanna be afraid anymore. I don't wanna run from love like I had before. And on the way to couples therapy, put your headphones in so you didn't have to talk to me. Listening to our own demos on the ride home. You have a bigger ego than you think you do. Slide down in my seat so as not to threaten you. Let it be us, let it be home, falling asleep and not looking at our phone. 'Cause I know how to fall in love, I do it constantly. I fall in love with everyone I meet for 10 minutes at least.
Go on then, I'll bite.
Then comes the work, the resentments, and the hurt. Picking at your haircut and that stupid bad t-shirt. I always thought I was nice, I thought I was kind, until I tried to do something that was almost real life.
I doubt it's
not like
mocking
what I
Felix
see
White if she's now
shows.
back with him.
It's not like what I've read in
Maybe
books.
anonymous musician boyfriend.
It's so much harder than it looks, and there isn't much applause. If it required practice and dedication, I just got bored. We discussed something called compromise, a brand new concept that I've never tried. Let it be us, let it be home, falling asleep and not looking at our phone. 'Cause I know how to fall in love, I do it easily. I fall in love with everyone I meet for 10 minutes at least. But then comes the work, the resentments, and the hurt. Picking at your haircut and that stupid bad t-shirt. Breaking my bones, getting 4 out of 5. Listening to a song by the 1975, I thought, fuck it, I might as well give music by men a try.
Not sure what she means by that. It fits with what she was saying in previous song, but not this one.
Let there be a quiet day and an easy night. Let me put out a record and have it not ruin my life. Let it be us, let it be home, let it not be a spotlight standing alone. Running back to the only love
So, for the most part, the song is like a condemnation of an immature, hopefully the unnamed ex from the last few years, who is arrogant enough to listen to his own music, and she slouches down in her chair to not hurt his ego, maybe because she's taller than him. Because I think she's quite a tall woman. And then it flips back to this idea that being a man in the music industry is so much better. Breaking My Bones getting 4 out of 5. Sorry, Florence, that like I'm giving this kind of 70s and 80s. That's just kind of the quality of the music. It isn't better than that. Listen to a song by the 1975. Maybe they get better critical reviews. Can't say I've heard many 1975 songs. The ones I have heard are just kind of I'd say Florence music is probably better than theirs. I might as well give Music by Men a try. So is that what this is meant to be? Because it's very just the usual Florence the Machine stuff. Let me put a record and have it not ruin my life. I just wonder if maybe, I don't know. I'm not really sure what it's trying to say. I'm sure there'll be people in the comments saying, "Oh, it's because I'm a man that I don't get it." Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm sure if I took my prostate gland out, I'd get it instantly. Stop putting things on gender that don't have anything to do with gender. I'll say that one more time and then leave it. This song was fine. Not great. 75? Yeah, you can have it all. My Empire of Dirt.
Sit in salt water, call in a vision of my daughter. Light a candle, place my grief upon the altar. A bird in my hands, a flower, a song. I used to think I knew what sadness was. I was wrong, a piece of flesh.
Is this what I mean? Did she have complications in childbirth? Is that what the life-saving surgery was?
No. The crescent moon and apple sliced, thick in the sky. The air smells of fruit and smoke. The season is ripe. I stay in the house, move the furniture about. Try and control what I can and feel the world slip through my hand. You can have it dug a hole in the garden and buried a scream, and from it grew a bright red tree shining with jagged leaves, and when the wind blows you can hear it. Dug a hole in the garden and buried a scream, and from it grew a bright red tree shining with jagged leaves, and when the wind blows you can hear it.
That's cool. again, I'm not sure about what all the gendering stuff means. Not sure what she means by that. But like a piece of pound of flesh, usually £1,000,000. So that's the pun. Everyone wants a piece of her. The frustration, she's imagining it growing into a giant red tree of her anger. And you can have it all, meaning double entendre. Imagine you can have all the money. I'm assuming someone sued her or something. But you can have all my anger as well. And yeah, it could go back to the health problems thing, but I don't really want to read it. I just want to, because it's been hinted at a few times. I imagine maybe the surgery was something to do with her reproductive system or something. Because there's a lot of kind of imagery of this kind of thing. Did I hit like? I did. Barely, I think. Look, not 851. Fat fingers. 881. And then we'll end. And love. A moment to breathe out. Okay. It's been a very angry, bitter album, so that's a nice way to end.
And love was not what I thought it was. It crept up on me despite myself. And it was not a love song, it was something else. Or like surrendering to something.
Was that one minor key note in the middle of the major?
Peace is coming. Peace is coming. Peace is coming. Peace is coming. And love was not what I thought it was. More like an animal crawling deep into a cave than a romance novel heroine being swept away. More like surrendering to something, and more like resting than running. Peace is coming. Peace is coming.
It's an interesting dichotomy, isn't it? Love was not what I thought it was, but peace is coming. They're very opposing states almost. Just surrendering to the situation, I suppose. Solid little outro ending, 76. So, my album scores went 87, 82, 74, 76, 83, 80, 74, 78, 80, 75, 81, 76. So very much kind of hovering around the high 70s, low 80s range. And I think for the album as a whole, I'm going to go with a double 7, 77. And I'm going to write Florence et al. Sound as good as ever, but some of the bitter and anger feels a little misplaced and repetitive. Repetitive? No, repetitive. Yes. I can spell. Alright, what is the consensus? 83 from critics, 80 from users. So around about where I am, I'm a little lower. Enemy gave it 100, a perfect score, as did the Telegraph, Evening Standard. Consequence of Sound an 83. Line of Best Fit, Guardian, Most of them round to the nearest 20, by the way, because most of them give stars. So these are actually, Guardian give it 4 stars, which is what she complains about in the album. As did Independent. The lowest on here so far is Mojo. She's now working alongside Idol's guitarist Mark Bowen, and Everybody Scream is both a restatement of what made her so beguiling and a gentle step forwards. Seems positive for a 6 out of 10. Let's read NME. On her 6th album, Florence Welch enlists horror and magic to harness hope. Didn't feel much hope in the album. The consensus here is that the best ones are Join, Everybody Scream, One of the Greats, and You Can Have It All, and the worst is Music by Men. Sure. User reviews, the most popular ones are an 80, a 70, and a 94. Who cares about the track ranking? That is Mother. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good. Good, not great. Is the summation there for this one. I'm definitely coming back for Everybody Scream, the title track. That's a great song, but I don't know if I'll really listen to the rest that much. Yeah, happy Halloween. Come and join us on roastandcharmaine.com. Get yourself a transactional t-shirt. But from me, Roasting Charmaine, and from my channel founders, Trinity Cabbage, Kate, Hannah, Argo, and Kayman, and I meant to check for new ones. I'll do that now for the next video. Until the future, drive safe.